What's going on, family? This is Raphael from Plenty of Seed. I hope you're having a blessed day. And for today's video, we're going to talk about be watchful in big decisions. But before we just get started, please don't forget to subscribe on our channel, to give us some thumbs up, to give us some comment in the section below, and to check our website. There's plenty of articles there. God will talk to you through them also. And of course, if you like that, don't forget to give some comment on the section below there and to share with your friends and your family. So now, let's open our Bibles in First Chronicles we're going to read chapter 19, verses 1 to 19. So let's get into it. Now after this, Nahash, the king of the Ammonites, died, and his son reigned in his place. And David said, I will deal kindly with Hanun, the son of Nahash, for his father dealt kindly with me. So David sent messengers to console him concerning his father. And David's servants came to the land of the Ammonites to Hanun to console him. But the princes of the Ammonites said to Hanun, do you think, because David has sent comforters to you, that he is honoring your father? Have not his servants come to you to search and to overthrow and to spy out the land? So Hanun took David's servants and shaved them and cut off their garments in the middle at their hips and sent them away. And they departed. When David was told concerning the men, he sent messengers to meet them, for the men were greatly ashamed. And the king said, remain at Jericho until your beards have grown and then return. When the Ammonites saw that they had become a stench to David, Hanun the Ammonite sent 1,000 talents of silver to hire chariots and horsemen from Mesopotamia, from Aram-Maacah, and from Zobah. They hired 32 chariots and the king of Maacah with his army, who came and encamped before Medeba. And the Ammonites were mustered from their cities and came to battle. When David heard of it, he sent Joab and all the army of the mighty men. And the Ammonites came out and drew up in battle array at the entrance of the city. And the kings who had come were by themselves in the open country. When Joab saw that the battle was set against him both in front and in the rear, he chose some of the best men of Israel and arrayed them against the Assyrians. The rest of his men he put on the charge of Abishai his brother, and they were arrayed against the Ammonites. And he said, if the Assyrians are too strong for me, then you shall help me. But if the Ammonites are too strong for you, I'll help you. Be strong and let us use our strength for our people and for the cities of our God. And may the Lord do what seemed good to him. So Joab and the people who were with him drew near before the Syrians for battle, and they fled before him. And when the Ammonites saw that the Syrians fled, they likewise fled before Abishai, Joab's brother, and entered the city. And then Joab came to Jerusalem. But when the Syrians saw that they had been defeated by Israel, they sent messengers and brought out the Syrians who were beyond the Euphrates, with Zophah, the commander of the army of Hadadezer, at their head. And when it was told to David, he gathered all Israel together and crossed the Jordan and came to them and drew up his forces against them. And when David set the battle in array against the Syrians, they fought with him. And the Syrians fled before Israel, and David killed of the Syrians the men of 7,000 chariots and 40,000 foot soldiers, and put to death also Zophah, the commander of their army. And when the servants of Hadadezer saw that they had been defeated by Israel, they made peace with David and became subject to him. So the Syrians were not willing to save the Ammonites anymore. So what we can learn with this story. Let me just correct the camera here. What we can learn from this. We learn that there are some kind of the decisions that we made that have big consequences. So my compliment to you, so my tip for you actually is, if there is a mistake to make a mistake in small decisions, because the consequences will be less than if you commit in a big decision like this. So let me use my family as an example. Well, about 12 years ago, my father decided to sell our previous house and, to come to this neighbor because it's more secure and it is a better neighborhood. Then, if my father didn't have this, if he didn't choose that, my brother probably today wouldn't be married because he would never know his wife. And I don't know if he would if he would still in the narrow way. Because back on those days, we only went to the church because of, there was a lot of snacks and this kind of stuff. We were kids. But that last church that we used to go, it was a church that if you wanna come near from God, you would have access. But if you don't care about God, so then they wouldn't say nothing because it was this big church and stuff like that. Then when we came here, we moved for a small church. And when you are a teenager, a small church is a little bit better for you because it will help you to become more disciplined, because you start to know everyone and you know the pastors, and you kind of start to create in yourself this kind of a fear, man. Like, man, I cannot sing. This is wrong because, there's all these people there. I know that is wrong to look, oh, man, I cannot sing because of the pastor. I know, but usually God used that for guided me to, he helped me a lot because of the situation. There was a lot of moments in my life, in my teenage life, that was man, I really wanted to do this. I really want to sing. But then I started to think, man, God, he won't be happy with this. My pastor, and I'm Levi. I play the guitar and all this kind of stuff. The church will think. So God used that, and I don't know if that thing would happen if we didn't change from that neighbor to this one that we live today. So my father, he made a right choice, a correct choice, and this man over here, he chose to accept things from people that he wouldn't accept. The Bible says here that the princes of the Ammonites said to him, do you think because David has sent comforters to you that he's honoring your father? The correct thought, the correct thing that he had to thought, it was, well, David did nothing against my father until he was, until he died. Why would David do something against his family if he never do? Why would he do now with me? But he didn't choose this choice. He chose to, look to these words and to have faith in these words. So his faith was in the wrong place. And because he made the wrong choice, look at this. In the verse 18 said that the Assyrians fled before Israel, and David killed the Assyrians, the men of 7,000 chariots and 40,000 foot soldiers. 47 men died because this man chose wrongly. So this is the message of the day. Don't choose wrong. Especially in big moments of your life. There's big decisions in your life that you cannot wrong. You cannot mess up. So if this man chose correctly, 47,000 men actually would be saved would be saved from death because he chose wrongly. 47,000 men died. 47,000 families got, sad because of his decision. So I don't know who's watching this video, but maybe you are, talking to that woman of your job on WhatsApp and kind of thinking that maybe there is a possibility of cheating your wife because this woman it's beautiful and stuff like that. Think about it, because your choices don't affect God but affect people. So this that you want to do will affect not only you but your wife, your wife's family. So sometimes we have to think about our choices. So really, I'm talking serious to you. Think about it. Talk to someone that is wiser than you. Maybe a friend, a pastor, someone that is a Christian one. Because, this guy chose to listen to bad people because he chose that. 40,007 men died. So you have to choose rightly. This is another thing that I learned here. We have to choose rightly the persons that we will ask for help. And that's it. This is the message of the day. Don't mess it up, the big decisions of your life. Ask God and He will help you. He will guide you to choose rightly and not wrongly. So if this message was helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to your channel, to give some comment in the section below, and to share this video with your friends and family. Don't forget also to check our website, plantingaseed.org. I hope I can see you in the next devotional time.